Here is my audience. This is Dustin, John, Katrina, Carla, and Josh. Milky Secrets by Chantel Austin. No cows were harmed in the making of this film. If you're watching this film, you might not want to be eating some milk and cookies. It might make you spill your cookies. Okay, something new is on the rise. A large group of individuals are gossip mongering that raw milk is safe to drink. Grocery stores only sell milk that has been pasteurized. Grocery stores are not allowed to sell raw milk because it can potentially make someone very sick. The opinion that raw milk is safe to consume is occurring suddenly everywhere. Farmers are secretly selling the milk, and families are hiding it in the back of their fridges. Raw milk advocates are telling consumers that raw milk has more nutrition than pasteurized milk. The benefits of raw milk from a nutritional standpoint do not weigh enough to balance out the risks that raw milk brings to the table. Raw milk comes from a cow, and then it's put into a bottle, and then people drink it. Pasteurized milk comes from a cow, it goes through a process of steps, and then it goes into a carton to be consumed. Most people are unaware about raw milk. Many people don't know how to tell if their milk beverage has been pasteurized or not. Milk is consumed for some at every meal, and for others just in the morning to soften cereal. Parents serve milk to their children. We cook with milk and dairy products. These products must be made with milk that has been pasteurized. Any milk that has not been purely pasteurized is raw milk. Unpasteurized raw milk can be harmful to the body because raw milk contains bacteria, and the only way to eliminate the bacteria is for the milk to go through a pasteurization process. My mission today is to inform my audience that raw milk is dangerous. Raw milk causes foodborne illness more than any other product. You can protect yourself by locating pasteurization labels on milk beverages and sip to a healthy life. Foodborne illness via raw milk. This is how we get sick. Foodborne illness occurs when humans ingest foods that are contaminated with bacteria. Raw milk contains bacteria. I'm talking about Campylobacter, Listeria, Shigella, and E. coli 0157H7. Foodborne illness symptoms include, but are not limited to, fever, fatigue, diarrhea, convulsions, vomiting, and chills. And popping a few Tums is not going to cure these symptoms. According to the CDC, 82% of foodborne outbreaks are raw milk related. Here are some ways that bacteria contaminates milk. Milk contamination starts with the cows. The cows wander off and graze all day in fields of grass. They romp around in the sunshine and they pick up organisms from the ground, from the air. A cow's udder harbors bacteria. Cows come into contact with other cows. We can get mad cow's disease this way. Cows come into contact with other animals. They come into contact with other animal feces. Cows are dirty. Now, I love cows, and I think that they are wonderful domesticated animals, and they contribute so much to society with such little credit, but I urge to make it known that they are animals and they harbor bacteria. Cows are not the only medium for contamination. The storage and the transfer of milk before it gets pasteurized can also contribute to soiling and create microbial growth in milk. Well, now that we know how milk becomes infected with bacteria, why do we not want the bacteria to be ingested? We know that organisms make us sick. Bacteria, parasites, and viruses cause illness. We know that raw meat, raw egg, and fresh produce harbor illness-causing organisms. So this is why we cook our meat properly, we wash our hands when cracking an egg. It's also why we don't eat cookie dough, because cookie dough has raw egg in it. And we wash our fruits and vegetables before we make a salad. The same is true for milk. It harbors these illness-causing organisms, and they cause the foodborne illness. It happens so much, 82%, the CDC says, that these foodborne illnesses are now termed milk-borne illnesses. Everybody say it with me. Milk-borne Milk-borne illnesses. Milk-borne illnesses. So this explains, foodborne illnesses are infections that upset the gastrointestinal tract. This explains why symptoms are diarrhea, abdominal cramping, and vomiting. Foodborne illnesses are treated with antibiotics, but mostly they just have to run their course. They are very hard to treat, and most doctors will just prescribe rest and fluids. It's up to the body to make the fight, and not everyone's body is equipped to do so. These diseases, Campylobacter, Listeria, Shigella, and E. coli 0157H7, are hard to treat, and the human population needs to remember this. These organisms can kill anyone. We are all susceptible. So if we are all so sensitive and simply put, thin skin to bacteria, then how do we prevent it from harming us? We pasteurize. We don't want to get rid of milk. We just want to make sure it's safe to drink. In 1864, French chemist Louis Pasteur developed the process of pasteurization. See how his last name Pasteur, pasteurization. This is why I love school. He discovered that if you warm milk slightly below boiling, harmful bacteria will die. And ever since 1864, we have put this method into practice. We drink milk along with meals, we add it to cooking, and we create amazing dishes like ice cream and manicotti. So taking milk out of the world just doesn't seem to fit. It just needs to be kept healthy and clear of organisms. And pasteurization does this. As mentioned earlier, raw milk advocates are telling consumers that raw milk has more nutrients